now is probably the most exciting time to be investing in growth stage companies in India. What excites me is thinking about how the world will evolve, what would be the companies that will be relevant and which don't exist today. When there are less people chasing the same deals, that means that...
Want to go beyond stocks and tap into high growth startups instead? I'm Nivedita, and today we're diving into the world of venture capital investing, all about what it is, who it is meant for, and how to invest in it. I'm joined by Puneet Kumar, CEO of Mirae Asset Venture Investments India. Thank you for joining us today, Puneet. I'm very curious to have this conversation because venture capital does have a certain allure to it because, you read about it in the newspapers, on TV, even it has a place in pop culture as well. There are TV shows about it. So there is a certain, aspirational quality to it. But of course, it's not as widely understood as listed equity, right? So I'm very curious to know about this, about everything about it from an investor's perspective. So before we begin, I would like to know about you, like your background, what made you interested in venture capital? How did you become a CEO at Mirae Asset Venture Investments? So could you tell me something about yourself?
Absolutely. Great to be here and excited to tell you more about venture capital as an industry. I think after Shark Tank, the allure for the industry has definitely gone up.
Yep.
Because I think it's increased the awareness of the kind of investing we do. Earlier, when I used to tell people about what I do, most of my family never understood. Shark Tank made my job a little easier. A little bit about me, I grew up in hinterlands of Rajasthan. Born and brought up in and around the India-Pakistan border in Rajasthan. I lived for first 17 years in a place called Sharekhan. It's 5 kilometers, maybe 10 kilometers from the border, and very different life. Didn't speak any English. Very traditional Marwadi household, doing typical commission agent type businesses, in small parts of India. Life's been interesting since then. Got a chance to go to IIT, and that changed my life in many ways. But most importantly, I learned English during those 5 years. And that's one skill that I use even today. Everything else about engineering, I don't really remember. After that, I worked in global places and went to Stanford for my business school.
Okay.
And Stanford is at the heart of where venture capital is happening and where startup ecosystem is happening. That's the heart of Silicon Valley, as they say. And I was always excited about tech startups, but that place, living and breathing in that air, made me really excited about it. Worked in the US for some time and then came back to India to do the same what a lot of my peers were doing in Silicon Valley, which is investing in the future, what has not been created. And that's what excites me. What excites me is thinking about how the world will evolve, what would be the companies that will be relevant and which don't exist today.
Okay.
And that's what gives us the kick. And that's why I think it's the most intellectually rewarding job one can have, because you get to spend time with the most passionate founders and you get to analyze and think about the future, where the world is going. So I've been doing this for the last 10 years. I started my journey at Nexus Venture Partners, one of the leading venture capital funds, where we used to do early stage investing. But after a few years there, I thought in India, growth investing is a big gap. And that's when I joined a global fund called SteadView Capital, where I spent time investing in growth stage companies for the last 7 years. And that led me to join Mirae Asset Venture Investments this year as the CEO. And I couldn't be more excited about it because now is probably the most exciting time to be investing in growth stage companies in India.
Oh, okay. So why do you say that it's an exciting time right now?
In growth stage, and what I mean by growth stage, see, venture capital can be divided in 3 stages. One is early stage, which means companies just started. Like the earliest stage you see in Shark Tank itself, where somebody pitches an idea and the judges give them some money.
Yeah.
But venture capital is typically early stage, up to $10 million checks. And there are a lot of funds in India, global funds, but also domestic funds that have been created over the last decade. Growth stage starts from companies when they have product market fit, but they're still not too late, like a pre-IPO. In that stage, company requires typically $15 to $50 million of capital. And it's truly risk capital and growth capital for the growth of the company. They might still be losing money at this point. And so you're valuing companies very differently. This stage was mostly driven by global funds.
Okay.
Such as Tiger Global and SoftBank. But today, most of those funds are only investing in the US AI ecosystem. That leaves a big gap in the Indian ecosystem.
Right.
And people like us who are really excited about the Indian ecosystem can lean in and fill that gap. And that's why it makes it a really exciting time. And ultimately, life's a lot about demand supply. When there are less people chasing the same deals, that means that we can get in at a better valuation and can generate better returns for our investors.
Right. So now from an investor's perspective, like an individual investor who's maybe interested in venture capital but doesn't really know anything about it, can you tell me how it is from their perspective? What is venture capital from their perspective? How they can invest in it, and how is it a completely different ball game from, let's say, listed equity?
Absolutely. See, the first things first about venture capital, it sounds very exciting,
Right.
but it is a lot of hard work. I think a lot of people are fascinated by it, but I would recommend them to actually read some books like Power Law or E-Boys. These are books written from the Silicon Valley context, but they're great books to actually give you a perspective into what venture capital really is, what it meant, how the industry started, and gives you a good rundown of the industry itself. Secondly, what it means is venture capital for an investor is a riskier investment and is an illiquid investment. This is not that you buy something today and you can sell tomorrow. That's just not the case. Versus for a public stock, you can buy today and you can sell tomorrow, and that's okay.
Yes.
Venture capital fundamentally is a long-term investment where you are committing yourself to many years of illiquid investment to gain high amount of returns. The third is venture capital is a lot about investing in the future, where you are investing in the companies that are small today but have large potential. Like think of Zomato, right? People used to debate whether food delivery will work or not.
Yes.
Or more recently, people have debated whether quick commerce will work or not in India.
Yes, now it's everywhere.
Now it's everywhere, right? All of us are using it and it's integral part of our life.
Yeah.
That's what venture capital truly is. But from an investor standpoint, when they think of public equities versus this, the biggest differences are first, see, anybody can buy the same stock. You can invest in Reliance. I can invest in Reliance.
Yep.
SBI Mutual Fund, Mirae Mutual Fund also invest in Reliance.
Yes.
But in venture capital, in private investing, access is very important. I might have access to a deal which nobody else has. And that's very important because it's not traded every day.
Right.
Second, it is long-term investing. This is very different from flipping a stock. You buy something today, price goes up tomorrow, you sell. That's not how it works. Third, for an individual investor, it's very, very difficult to invest in private companies by themselves. Ideally, they should, like in stock markets, you can invest by yourself and that's okay. You can open an M stocks account or a Sharekhan account and you can just start trading. In private investing, you have to ideally invest through funds because they have the access that they have built. But also as private shareholder, you help these companies grow and become large. So those are the big differences between private and public investing.
Right. So there's a degree of exclusivity over here.
Absolutely.
Right. So when you're saying that people can invest in funds in order to invest in venture capital, so what kind of investment vehicles are we talking about? What can investors look up?
So typically, in India is now pretty good classification of these vehicles.
Yep.
Typically, most of the private funds are in the CAT2 AIF, which is alternate investment scheme that SEBI has.
Yes.
In that, the most important thing is when they are looking to invest in a fund, they need to understand, like what we discussed earlier, whether it's an early stage fund, whether it's a growth stage fund, or whether it's a pre-IPO fund. These are, I would say, three key classifications of the funds. So they need to understand and see what do they want to invest in, because most of the times when you're investing, it's a blind pool capital, and the fund will make investments after you have given them money.
Okay.
So today you can't really look at what they are already invested in. It's like really fresh investment.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. So it's like a leap of faith into...
It has a bigger leap of faith.
Yes.
And that's why I think selecting the right platform and selecting the right team matters a lot.
Okay.
Even more so than public investing, because as you said, there's a bigger leap of faith required here than public investing.
Okay. So this like, as you said, this is like a completely different ballgame from just mutual funds or
Absolutely.
listed equity. And you feel like a bit of a visionary over here also, because you're investing in companies that have future potential and trying to assess which companies have those potentials. So that's quite fascinating. Thank you so much for being here today, Mr. Puneet. It was like very insightful, and you explained everything in a very simple manner. So thank you so much.
No, absolutely. Thank you. And I'm excited and hope more people get aware about this asset class. And at least it's fun to learn about new things.
Definitely.
More than even if they invest or not. I think they should be aware of what's happening.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you. It's the manager's relationship that basically really helps you get access to number of deals. Maybe for the first 5 years, you will not get any money back, which is a very important concept in VC and private investing, is MOIC, which is effectively how many times did you make your money? Did you make 3x, 4x, 5x?
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.